Alright, welcome back, Slap Dicks. It's February, 19th?
19th,
yeah. 19th. Alright, we're on episode 3. So today we all have a little bit of Blue Moon with us. Different kinds. That's what we're trying tonight as we do this. Scott, I think you have just the regular Belgian white, right?
Normal Belgian white.
And then Nate, what the hell's yours?
The mango wheat ale. Mango wheat ale.
And then me and Christian both have Pacific Apricot Wheat. Nifty. We'll let you know how these are at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what we got here today. So Scott and Nate, you guys were gone this weekend down in Carbondale.
Mm-hmm.
So any pick up any women?
Is that supposed to be me?
I mean, if you don't want to say, you don't say it. It's fine.
I mean, what do you
pick up?
So we're gonna cut who's Kitty Cat.
Yeah,
who's Kitty Cat? Well, Kit Kats, they are
Kit Kat,
phenomenal
no,
chocolatey wafer treats
that's what we're talking
that
about.
I like around Halloween
That's fine.
time.
Let him go.
But no, Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat. A girl that I've known for, I don't know, for a little bit. She's close friends with one of my best friend's girlfriends. So we just kind of met through different acquaintances and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I call it Kitty Cat, Chatty Cathy, you know.
You said
Well,
Chatty?
Chatty
Yeah,
Cathy,
Chatty Cathy.
yeah. Chatty Cathy.
Does she not get offended by that?
No, not really. I mean, I shoot my shot, and usually it goes in.
Shoot or shoot, Mr. Welch.
I mean, I shoot. You miss all the shots you don't take. You know, Wayne Gretzky, GOAT of hockey.
Quote Wayne
Yeah.
Gretzky, quote Michael Scott.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're an Office
So,
fan.
but yeah, it was a good weekend. You know, Scott's
We drink a lot of beer.
Scott's a little pissed at me.
I'm
you
not
know.
mad.
Yeah, come on, Scott, show your true emotions, okay?
Nah,
All right.
a little mad.
This is-
Disappointed. Not mad, disappointed.
Yeah, we got fake news right here. Fake news.
News.
So yeah, I don't know. Just gonna see where it goes. I mean, she's pretty cool. We played Exploding Kittens
Great game.
this
Great
weekend.
game.
Exploding Kittens.
Yeah, you mentioned that. What the hell is that?
It is a card game that you can play. Is it with up to 5 players, or can you just play?
I think it's up to 5 because you have 4 or 4 exploding kittens. I don't know
Okay.
the extra
Yeah.
exploding kittens are.
Okay, yeah, you get. Well, we played with 5. I think we played with up to 5 people, and so there are 5 exploding kittens, and they're cards that you draw, and there's different cards. It's hard to explain it, but like you want to be the last person left in the game,
It's fun.
and so yeah,
We played.
it's at Target for $20. I'm gonna try to invest in it. You know, $20 is a big chunk of change for me.
Yeah, these days. Yeah. But no, nothing else from that.
We just drank a lot.
I mean, you at least want to shout out your friends that invited you down. I mean,
Oh yeah, shout out to Joel, Vivian, Cadis, Joel Brown, I guess. I mean, Joel, kind of a shithead.
Joe.
Shout out Joe Brown. Yeah, Joe Voypick.
Watched Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah, Rough and Rowdy was pretty good. Yep, pretty good. Shout out to Barstool Sports. Yep. But it was pretty good weekend. I wasn't that hungover,
No,
honestly.
not at all.
So that's a win. That's a win. But yeah, nothing other than that. I mean, I was shooting my shot, and you know, I mean, you guys know that I have excellent talking skills to girls.
Oh yeah.
Half the
Right,
girls
yeah.
that I talk to, other half
Bar
is
none.
yeah.
That's
I mean, other half girls I go full retard and lose how to use the English language. So that's pretty nice, but it didn't happen this weekend, so that's a plus too. But I don't know what else we got, Johnny.
Not much from this weekend. I mean, you guys were gone, and I think me and Christian were both sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Most exciting news I had all weekend was, I guess it wasn't the weekend, it came today, that Blackhawks news with the fans yelling racial slurs at, I forgot what his name, Perry? I forgot the other, he's a hyphenate, he's weird. But no, some
rapist guy.
No, I misread the thing really bad. It wasn't rapist, it was racist.
Racist.
Thought there was a P in there. No, he was sitting in the penalty box, and 4 Blackhawks fans started chanting basketball, basketball, basketball at this guy, along with some other racial slurs that we won't say on live podcast here. But I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny.
That is pretty funny.
Banned forever, by the way.
Banned from ever. Just now, is that from?
United Center.
Okay, so they could they could travel and come down.
Yeah, they could travel, but I'm assuming if like they see him at a Hawks game, they'll kick him out no matter where it's at.
Facial reconstruction surgery is pretty
I mean,
cheap too.
Yeah, they were sitting on glass seats, so if they're in Chicago on glass seats, they got money for that too. So I mean, it ain't no big thing.
No.
Real fans sit in the nosebleeds, so just go up there, hide incognito.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it in hockey since we were talking about the Hawks. Shift it over to the rival Blues. Just real quick. Okay. Real quick. Pretty bad week for them. Kind of a bullshit loss to Nashville, 4-3 in overtime, and then they lost 2-1 to the Dallas Stars.
What do you think?
Nate, you were pissed about that loss to Nashville.
Yeah, I punted a roller to roll out, like a little muscle roller that punted it across the apartment because I was pissed and went to the library.
Yeah, that was my roller, you fuck.
Sorry.
No, it's just the thing is like the call that they gave Nashville the penalty shot. They called just a regular penalty the next game versus the Stars.
I think they shouldn't have let Nashville back in the game in the first place.
Yeah, they were up.
They shouldn't have done that, but that call at the end, Forsberg, he definitely sold it. Like I know I've seen multiple breakaways like that. Jaden Schwartz has done, Tarasenko, Shen has done all season, and no call for a penalty shot. And then it just so happens that a ref calls a penalty shot for Forsberg in an OT game, which happened to be a pretty damn big game for the Blues all year. I mean, let the players decide the outcome of the game, not the refs. And I feel like that was the Blues should not have been in that position in the first place. But I disagreed with the call big time. So,
but right now they're 3-5 in February. Are you worried? I mean, at this point, you gotta start shifting gears and getting ready for.
I'm not worried they're not going to make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs.
They'll be fine.
Yeah,
But I mean, you don't want to finish the year on a bad note, and it starts. It's starting.
February, you got a lot of time. You got a lot of hockey.
A lot of time, and truthfully, I'd rather I'm by no means a Blues fan, but I'd rather a team slump now than be super hot. Like take the Blackhawks for instance. 2 years ago or last year? Last year, hottest team in the NHL from All-Star break on, and then they get to the playoffs and they look like fucking idiots. They literally my nephew's squirt team could have beat them.
There's a lot of time left. I'm not worried. Yeah. They'll make the playoffs. Like the Central's so tough anyway. So even if they get the wild card and have to play Central team, they're gonna be. It's gonna be an even matchup regardless.
The only team that I'm scared of right now would be Nashville, just because I don't know. They're our kryptonite. I would honestly, you guys can disagree if you want. I would rather face the Golden Knights than Nashville.
I'd rather face Golden. It's a brand new organization.
Golden Knights.
Never in a situation.
I mean, I don't know. I think when it comes playoff time, the Blues could handle the Predators better. But I don't know, dude. Vegas is literally just a team of grinders who want to win, and that's what makes them scary.
Yeah.
I think they are going to be the scariest team to play in the playoffs.
Over Tampa Bay.
And maybe we'll see. Oh God, yeah.
Honestly,
what superstar is on that team?
Mm-hmm.
None. There is no superstar on that team. They are just guys who are pick of the litter here.
You have him. You have him last year. What was his name?
Yeah, but they're still not like guys.
James Neal.
Yeah, but they're still not guys like they're not Tarasenko. They don't have a Tarasenko. They don't have Patrick Kane.
Yeah. They don't have a Stamkos.
Exactly, but like they're all grinders who want like those are your hardest working dudes all on one team, and they got it going on, and that's a team I'm most scared of in the playoffs. But I don't think they'll win by any means, but I bet they beat some teams up and make it hard to get through.
Mm-hmm. I think that playing the West definitely benefits them. The West has always been the weaker division in the Western Conference. The West.
It's the Pacific.
I mean the Pacific. Sorry, yeah.
The Central Division is the best division in hockey.
Yeah, but like I just think that's something that would benefit them, which I think is bullshit because I don't know.
But it doesn't even. I guess it depends on the wild card because half the time it doesn't even match up like it's supposed to
No,
match up.
because it's all.
Yeah, I would agree.
Most fucked up playoff system there is. NHL.
But no, they got a couple home games coming up this week against San Jose and then Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's
who's
a big
leading
game.
the Central, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's a
And
big
then,
game.
Who would have fucking thought?
Then I think they return to Nashville the following week, so that'll be interesting to see how that rolls out. Switching over to the Cardinals, though, just some things that I have down here. Norris finalized this deal, 1 year, $3 million. Then their first spring games this Friday against the Marlins.
Yeah, I mean,
Flattery
Flattery start.
It's just the Marlins.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see the
Hey,
Flattery
you win.
start for
Yeah.
the game one?
Mhm.
First game? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's spring training. He's gonna pitch an inning and be done.
I mean,
It's hard to see what the Cardinals or any team is gonna be like in the majors until like 3/4 of the way through the spring training when they start playing their everyday guys to get them ready. Like,
I don't even think you don't know until after spring training. It's good to get the boys like all loosened up and everything and acclimated
yeah.
to playing, but I mean spring
Spring
training
training
is it's just like any preseason. Like it's just
Right.
getting guys' feet wet. Yeah, feet wet. I'm gonna be a history teacher.
Feet is plural. So, so yeah. But no real other news. No.
No.
We'll shift it over to the NBA All-Star Weekend since we talked about it last week. Just kind of cover what happened.
I'll watch none. I watched the All-Star game for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
How do you like your beer?
Bad nut, yeah, That was my Fergie impression.
We'll cover that here in a second after we get through all what happened. Real quick, something that I think is funny, just because we're golfers. So the Genesis Open was in close to LA, which is where the All-Star game was. Bubba played in the All-Star game, or the Celebrity All-Star game, had 2 points, got blocked by Tracy McGrady. Comes around Sunday, ends up winning the tournament. So
Hey.
that was pretty neat.
Good work to play around and play basketball in the road.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a pretty big win for him because I know last year he was talking about retirement at one point. So
I hate Bubba.
Really?
I love Bubba.
I
Come
hate,
on.
I hate Bubba.
I hate
Oh
Phil
my
Mickelson.
God.
Personal, dude.
How can you hate Phil
I
Mickelson?
just-
Come on now. Okay.
yeah, but Bubba's like the same way. He's just such a nice guy. I mean, and
What
he's
the
been-
fuck? No, bro.
No, he's
hold on.
not.
Hold
No,
on.
Bubba's
Hold
a
on.
dick.
Hold on.
Bubba's a dick.
Bubba is the biggest fucking douchebag on tour, and I say that with the utmost respect in the world for the dude because he's fucking awesome. Dude, let me ride his jetpack. How do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean? You know the jetpack golf cart he came out with?
Yeah, I said he was a nice guy.
Yeah, but he's still a dickhead.
Dude, he's a
but,
douche.
but I mean, it's not like
No, he's a dick.
All right.
Because he doesn't want to be like a celebrity. He just wants to play golf.
Yeah.
He doesn't like all the
I
attention.
get
that
it.
he
I get why
brings.
he's a dick.
Yeah, like,
That's why I like him.
Mhm.
Because I mean, but he's still a dick.
I mean, I've always just kind of been a fan with like the adversity that he's been through. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and then
It's alright. I hate VJ Singh and Ernie Els.
I don't know. Bubba's
I was always a big driver.
one of those guys. I don't know. I hate people that complain when they golf, which a lot of people do, and I feel like him playing golf, he always seems to blame something else except for him, and that's
that's
Except Jordan Spieth.
I don't know. I still just he's like public about it. Like he will light his fucking caddy up
yeah, he does
in
do that.
front of everybody, and I don't know. I honestly, I'd be totally fine with him retiring. He said after 10 wins, I'll retire. I'd be totally fine with that. As bad as it sounds, I just
Well, I don't mind the guy. Bubba's he's a fan favorite too.
But no, back to the All-Star Weekend. So in the celeb game, Quavo won the MVP. Good for him. Devin Booker won the three-point shootout, set a new round record of 28 in the final round. He outlasted Klay Thompson. Donovan Mitchell won the dunk contest, which I wasn't really impressed with it. I know there's only so much that they can do nowadays, but he kind of threw it back. He put a Vince Carter jersey on, did 360 windmill dunk. It's cool. I understand why they have to do dunks like that in these tournaments because there's only so much you can do. But at this point, I feel like that dunk should have been tossed out the window because Paul George did it in game, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years back when he was still wearing number 24 in Indiana. So that was a little disappointing for me. And then Team LeBron won the All-Star game over Team Curry. LeBron was the MVP, finishing with 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. And we were wrong last week. They do play for charity. I think that just started this year. Basically, the teams divide up $500,000. The winning team gets $350,000.
Yeah, higher than 100.
So after school All Stars was LeBron's. They got the majority of it there, and then Brotherhood Crusade got $150,000. $150,000. But no, I watched it. Scott, I knew you watched it for a little bit. Nate, you watched it as well. Christian, did you get a chance to catch any of it?
Nope.
I thought it was a lot better this year.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
I thought it was good. When you see Steph Curry sitting there eating popcorn, like, it's a disrespect for the fans. Like, you're out there to put a show on for the fans. Don't actually go play. Like, you're one of the top players in the league. Be on the court. Like, I don't know. I thought it was good in the fourth quarter, but like the first 3 quarters are just like, what? Like, what's the point? Make them play like a 20-minute game. That's it. Pickup game, 20 minutes. Go hard. Winner gets charity. Because then they just force them to play that 20 minutes will all be hard because they're playing towards something. Like, but like LeBron was saying that they're up to change. The players are up for change. Like every year, like they thought this was a good improvement from last year. So like maybe next year they'll do something different to try to improve. Like I don't know. I just didn't think that the first 3 quarters were like worth anything. Yeah. Because they took Team Curry took 73s or something, 83s in a game. Like come on. Just
what would you say?
Well, and the thing about that is, at the same time, it's an all-star game. You don't want to take it too serious. I think that, obviously the first half, so to say, I think they started playing harder in maybe late third quarter.
I only watched the fourth quarter, so that's what I like.
But, they didn't take it too serious to where it, like, wasn't fun. But at the same time, they took it serious enough to where it was competitive.
I think.
Because
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
at the end of the day, or at the end of the game, it came down to a defensive stop for Team LeBron.
Yeah.
You could never have said that for any other All-Star game.
No.
Yeah. I watched bits and pieces of the entire game. I thought it was much, much better. I mean, there was more defense played. I don't think there's a lot of defense played in NBA just in regular season games, but I mean, especially the All-Star game, I mean, it's usually, the final scores are 180 to 185 or some shit. Like this year, it was still in the 140s.
Right, almost 150, 148 to 145.
Yeah, but still, it was competitive. Like, I feel like it was, like, since they were playing for something, it was good. What would you guys say about them setting up the All-Star game for NBA similar to what they did with the NHL?
I'm literally just about to say that.
Yeah.
Game of 3-on-3 game, play 1s and 2s, play 21. Get just different teams. Like get 6 different teams. Play like bracket style or something, and 1s and 2s, bring it past the 3-point line, and let them play like old school. Old school. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would watch
because then
that.
the defense isn't really like needed. It's just.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that. I don't know. I feel that it brings back like being a kid, so to say, like playing with your buddies.
Yeah.
I think it would be way more competitive. I think it would be way more interesting to watch, to see that.
Yeah.
What would they... The only thing I'd say about that is time constraints.
Yeah.
Like being able to get that many games in.
Play to 11.
Yeah, but
Play
like,
to 11 by ones and
it'd
twos.
be a shit ton of money, no question about it. But like, maybe 2, like, one half of the court's on TNT, the other half of the court's on.
No, how long is the normal? It's normally there's 4 12-minute quarters.
Yeah,
it's still an hour and a half. Those guys are gonna make it to 21 in 20 minutes.
Yeah, they can.
anyway.
Like even a game of 21 wouldn't take that long. You
Yeah.
can make it to 11 by 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
That's gonna be quick games. You could have 8 teams at that point.
Yeah.
A bracket style, 4 on each side, and let them play for a championship.
Yeah.
And you could have I mean, it'd be 3-on-3, but you could have like 5 subs or something like that.
Yeah.
Or not 5 subs,
You
5
have-
people on team.
Yeah, and then you
And then 2
rotate.
subs.
Yeah,
Well, how many players were in the All-Star game to begin with?
they're 10 each side.
I thought it was 12 maybe.
Well,
There
if
was
you have
12 for each team. Yeah.
12 for each team, you get 8 teams. It's still the same amount of All-Stars.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could
Just
get
let
more
it-
All-Stars at that point.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you want to do that, 2 subs.
Yeah. Or
But
just
you
one
wouldn't
sub.
even need it. I mean, they're not going
You could
to.
just
They're
have
not
one
going to
sub.
sub out in a 3-on-3 game.
They would just
you know?
kind of rotate in and out, like after an offensively you switch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keep them because then you don't get
I
really
mean,
tired. You don't.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I
It's
think
an
that'd
idea.
be a cool twist.
Yeah, just an idea.
But I mean, at the same time, I don't think you want to make it too competitive because then coaches won't want to send their guys to All-Star games. Like, okay, if they're going to be playing this hard, I don't want my guy to get hurt. You know, I mean, but at the same time, I felt like the game was good just because it was up and down for a while. You got to see those fun plays to see. That's good for the fans. But then towards the end of the game, they played hard and it was fun to watch because it was so competitive. But the biggest deal from the All-Star weekend had to be Fergie, right?
Oh,
I mean, what country are we going to deport her to now?
she deserves the. Oh my god! She
Yeah,
basically
that was-
declared war on everybody for how terrible it was.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
terrible.
If you guys haven't seen it yet, the national anthem Fergie performed. I think she said she tried to add a sexy twist to it,
A jazzy twist.
jazzy twist.
Fucking failure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was bad.
it was awful. I mean, if you go and watch the clip, I mean, you see the players laughing while it's going on. You know, I couldn't imagine just being in the arena while she's singing. I would be uncomfortable.
Oh, I watched a minute of it and I had to turn it off because I couldn't watch it anymore.
I saw Jimmy Kimmel, his reaction to it, and I was like, when they showed him, you know how he does his like, I don't know, his like challenges, like he challenges people to do stuff. Like I was like, what if he fucking had something to do with this? Like Fergie singing the national anthem, really, really shitty, and like he's just like, I don't know. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but I mean, I was like, if he had something to do with it,
No,
it's
he
like,
didn't. It was just.
but still, it's just.
It was
I don't
terrible.
know,
It was cringy.
yeah.
To say
Well,
the least.
And the thing that pissed me off the most about it while watching it, not the fact that she even sang it bad, was, you know, they showed Chance the Rapper in the middle of the anthem, and he was still wearing his hat. I mean, he was wearing that damn 3 hat that he's been wearing for the past year now. Like,
Maybe-
you know,
maybe-
take your hat off. It's the national anthem.
Maybe he's bald, man.
He is a shit.
LeBron has a pretty bad hairline,
yeah,
so
I know, I'm kidding, but yeah,
I don't know.
But no, that pissed me off the most. I mean, and I don't know what group he was with, but there's another one wearing a beanie, and it's like, really, take your hat off
didn't he? Migos performed
at the halftime.
at halftime. Maybe was he?
And
I think it was Chance with him, wasn't
I
it?
think it
I
might
don't
be,
know,
yeah,
I think-
maybe. I don't know. That was pretty good. That was much better than the national anthem.
But no, did you guys? I think I showed it to Nate, and then Scott. I don't know if you heard it or not. Did you? Have you seen the national anthem that she performed?
Yeah, it was awful.
But did you see Draymond Green's post game interview?
No.
There,
you showed me down.
all of a sudden, one of the reporters like, you know, there's a meme out on Twitter of you already laughing during the national anthem. He's like, what was going on in your head during, you know, that time? And he was like, I don't know, I was just chilling. And then the next reporter over asked him, he's like, well, what'd you think about the national anthem? And you can just see him being really uncomfortable, not wanting to answer that question honestly. And he's just like, it was the national anthem.
Yeah.
He did. At that point, what do you say? Because you
You
don't want
can't
to be.
you can't call Fergie out. Like you can,
Oh, bro, you're calling her out for that shit. It's the national anthem.
but I mean, like
Not when you're a
big
public
on
figure like
live
that.
TV
They
like
do
that.
shit like that all the time, though.
It's
I don't know.
national
That's just-
anthem.
The national anthem's a national anthem. Like,
Well, it's like
Nate, you had the perfect analogy.
so it's like singing Happy Birthday. You're not gonna fucking mess up the way you sing Happy Birthday, okay?
I mean,
You can't. I mean,
well,
honestly,
people sing it different. Like, you know, people.
yeah. I
add
mean,
shit in it.
you can add a little bit of stuff in it, but I mean, the same. You got to sing it the same way. And like some of the notes she was hitting, it honestly made my ears bleed. And so like, just Jesus. I mean, it's this. You should sing it the same exact way. So it's like happy birthday. I mean, sing it the exact same way every time. You don't hear people mess the way you fucking sing happy birthday. So why mess up the way that you sing? If it's already good as is. I mean, written during the War of 1812 by Francis Scott Key. Okay, go on. I don't want to go on about that.
Are
We have a history
done
lesson?
with it?
Yeah.
This President's Day,
Yeah,
Any fun facts real quick?
Fun facts.
Any
real
president?
quick.
Can you name the 5 presidents that died in office?
History teacher's going to teach us something here.
Oh man. I mean FDR. I'm big into him.
You read JFK.
I mean JFK, Abe.
3.
Yeah. Harrison. He was in office for like a month because
He
he
got
gave
pneumonia.
too long of an inaugural speech. Fucking
And he got
retarded.
pneumonia.
God, who's the Garfield?
I think it is.
Garfield, I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
Who's the 22nd president of the United States?
Oh fuck, dude. Abe was 16th.
What was
Everyone
Will
knows
Johnson?
that. Everyone knows Abe was 16.
Andrew Johnson.
Grant,
Grant
was 24, right? No?
No, Grant was. I'm pretty sure Grant was after Johnson.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. He was in the 70s, 1870s.
I don't know.
Let's go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Statman, what?
22nd?
22nd.
Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland.
Wait, look up the 5 presidents that died in office.
Shout out to Harrison Engelbrecht for didn't even ask him to pull up a stat, and he's already got it on his phone.
Damn.
Or unless he knew it, and he's just, he didn't know it.
Yeah, he's not that smart.
What was Ulysses Grant? What was he?
I think that he was.
According to this, there's more than 5.
So the 27. I mean, it goes Abe. It goes Andrew Johnson. I'm almost certain that it was fucking Grant. So
I want to say.
According to
after
this, it's William Henry Harrison, Zachary Taylor, Abe Lincoln, James A. Garfield, William McKinley, Warren G. Hardin, FDR, and JFK
for what?
That's died in office.
for died in office.
Oh, okay.
I just say, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
My mom and I played Sporkle, so that was a thing. It was 5 presidents that died in office.
Pretty pissed HQ wasn't president based today.
Yeah.
I thought he said something about it. Fuck Scott Rogowski, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, fuck you, Scott. It's a
So who the
it's a
second,
gay
22nd
ass
player
name.
was? President was?
Grover Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Grover Cleveland. Moving on. I don't want to teach.
Alright, so something that happened in the news here this past week. We're, real quick, Rebecca Martinez is no longer on Bachelor. She's been
She
eliminated.
got booted?
Yeah, she got booted. Shout out to, and we shout her out last week. Chloe, what's her last name?
Brandon.
She told us that today at 1828.
Chloe Brandon, yeah.
She said she got booted. She was supposed to be a fan favorite. But no, we're going back out to California for their news. The title of this article was California's butt lady picks up millionth cigarette butt. So I guess Sally Dawley of Auburn, California, she's an anti-litter activist, and
You can be anything now, can't you?
I mean, you could be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, you could be lesbian, gay, you can be anything. I mean, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, debatable, but sure.
I'm gonna be a fucking Pokemon before you know it.
Oh, dude, that'd be kind
I
of
want to be
sweet.
Pikachu.
No, overrated. Squirtle.
Yeah.
And that Squirtle was good.
Okay, anyway.
Snorlax.
Anyways.
I could be Snorlax.
That's true.
We created a new Pokemon.
Yeah,
for
what
it.
the
Gas
fuck's up
X.
with this butt lady?
Anyways,
I mean, it sounds like a pretty good time being going on the sand.
the butt lady
Yeah.
of, the butt lady of Auburn is what she called herself. So apparently she takes a lot of evening walks and sees cigarette butts laying everywhere. So she took it upon herself to clean these up. And I guess she got herself one of those clickers, those number counters. She's been keeping track of how many she's picked up. And this past Wednesday, which I believe was Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
Correct.
She picked up her millionth cigarette butt at Mel's Diner parking lot.
She frame it.
I feel like she just puts them in jars and just collects them, puts them all in her basement
That's
shelves.
fucking disgusting.
I
if
feel like
what it
that's
is.
what
That
she
is the
does.
most disgusting thing I've
That's
ever
gross.
heard of.
She sounds fucking weird as
Nothing,
shit. Man.
nothing smells worse than old cigarette butts.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put a lid on it, though,
No,
it changes the smell.
that's
No.
no.
Like, what the fuck fuck is?
No, I'm not saying that
I'll
she-
start smoking again. Literally just to fill a mason jar up and put a lid on it, keep it in the house, and you can tell me how bad it smells.
I mean, I'm not saying that's
Yeah,
what she
exactly.
did, but I feel like that's what she does.
I mean,
I feel like
that's
she's just
what
a weird old
Hobby
lady.
is.
I mean, oh my god, like seriously,
$1 million?
A million of them.
how often should
Does she
get
just walk
sick?
around the?
What I want
She's
to know
gotta
is,
have fucking AIDS.
Yeah, I was gonna say just something like herpes.
Why? All she does is
I mean,
Well, I
you're
mean,
touching
like-
old people's cigarettes.
she
Yeah.
probably has like one of those like things that you reach
With
down.
old people
Yeah,
pickers.
yeah.
or
It's
like
just-
a broom and dustpan
Yeah,
or
just-
something.
Or she wears latex
Yeah, I
gloves
mean-
everywhere she goes.
Like fucking, never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It never did say what it was that she used to clean them up. So, there for a while I was reading the article, I was like, she used her hands? Like, this is fucking
To
gross.
be completely honest, I thought she picked it up with her ass when you first introduced her.
Butt lady.
She
Yeah,
sat
call it
on
butt
her
lady.
legs.
You just sat on him, squeezed the cheeks, and got up. And
That'd be
That is
impressive.
gross. that would even
No,
that would be even more gross than her keeping them.
no.
But,
Speaking of clenching, this weekend I was sorry, Johnny.
oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
Speaking of this weekend, clenching, man.
Oh, I know.
The bar that we went to, holy shit! Like, oh my god! I showed up to the bar with Scott, Joel, Viv, and Kitty Cat.
Kit Kat.
I literally had to rip ass so bad the entire time there. Like, it was. You guys know me well. I'm not afraid to hold back, but
I was gonna say you're always
I-
fucking ass.
yeah, it would have smelled atrocious, and so like I had to go to the bathroom
No,
and viciously let out.
It was gross.
It was
you guys,
nasty.
Did you guys use the girl system? Went to the bathroom.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah.
I had to fart too. I'm not gonna
So
fart.
you
in
guys
a-
just went, hey, you want to go fart?
Well, I pee.
Kind of how it was. You shake it for each other too.
We held hands while we farted.
Awesome.
That's
That's kind of cute. Like under the stall or at the urinal.
He was in the stall. I was at the urinal. So
Mm,
I was.
So that was
yeah.
that. Might,
Yeah, I was
He
like.
peed my hand.
Oh,
a
yeah.
little- He peed in my hand a little bit, and then he held it just to, hands.
Moral
Good,
support.
good.
Yeah.
It's a good moisturizer too. I got dry hands.
you gotta dry everything though.
Dry humor.
Shit humor.
Yeah, it's pretty dry.
But it's
No,
not. Sorry for interrupting, Johnny. Keep. Yeah.
No, I mean, other than that, I was just gonna say the fact that she did it on Valentine's Day at Mel's Diner. You think that's where? It never said whether or not she had a relationship or not, but that sounds like a sick place for a Valentine's date.
Mel's Diner.
Yeah.
Mel's Diner.
I mean, it probably has some great
Oh, God.
like hungover food. If you're hungover, like go to Mel's Diner. Probably real greasy breakfast.
Like Mrs. V. Shout out Mrs. V's in Graves Lake, Illinois. If anyone's around hungover, Mrs. V's.
Yeah, like a good greasy meal after a hangover is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's all I got. You guys got anything to add in on this?
No.
Hold on. let me
Oh,
check.
we gonna go over. We all finished a beer yet? I did.
I finished
Mm.
mine.
And a half left.
So Nate did not.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
No, I finished mine. Oh,
Oh, we did.
I was gonna say. I mean,
No college basketball.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
that's
I was gonna say college basketball. Like,
Well, I mean, not too much really happened. I mean,
Well, I think it's about goddamn time Oklahoma's out of the top 25. I'll say that.
they only got one. They only got one vote.
Dude, they should have been in the top 25 like the last 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, just because you get votes doesn't mean you're in the top 25.
Well, yeah, I know
They
that.
got one vote this past week, and they just got fucking walloped
Whacked
by
fucking-
Kansas by
yeah.
30. Like, holy balls.
Trey Young, well, he had 11 points. Trey Young
3
did.
for
What,
13.
3 of 13 from
what,
the field
what's
tonight.
his last score
Yeah,
line
he's
points in the
been-
last 5 games?
I think they'll get in. It's just like,
They're gonna get in because they've got good wins,
yeah.
yeah.
and their losses really aren't terrible. Like they bad like some bad losses, but not like they don't lose to Pitt. They don't go out there and lose to a non-major
They're going to
conference.
lose to Illinois.
Yeah, like they have losses that are to respectable teams. Like Miami is a good team this year, so that's not going to hurt them in the loss. So they'll get in.
Yeah, I just think that, like, I mean, when's the last time? Everybody, they were in the top 10, and they were like, man, Trae Young's going to be player of the year, all this stuff. And
Lately, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
one player can only carry a team so far.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you guys remember a championship team riding one player? The one guy that I had in mind was Derrick Rose. They didn't even win the championship, But I mean, Derrick Rose, he also, I think he had Tyreek
I
Evans.
want to say Tyreek Evans.
So, like, I mean,
but
Derrick Rose had pieces there to work with, but that's the closest thing I can think of an individual player actually bringing a team.
John Wall?
Derrick Rose was next level.
No,
John Wall had DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, I didn't know if they played together.
No, yeah. And, like, I said maybe Carmelo Anthony in 2003 with Syracuse. Maybe.
That was still...
What about Davidson, Steph Curry?
I mean, they were a Cinderella story. Like
Butler, Gordon Hayward?
No, they had Sheldon Mack and Matt Howard.
That was actually a pretty good team. The last guy to really do what it is that Trae Young has done, I would have to say, is probably Jimmer Fredette.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would wait. Kemba Walker maybe for UConn.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker.
Yeah, he was clutch. Yeah.
He was clutch down the stretch. And I don't remember what that year was, but that was fun to watch him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kemba Walker maybe. But
who was on UConn a couple of years ago?
Boatwright.
Shabazz Napier.
Shabazz Napier.
Yeah. Well, he went to UCLA. Went to UConn when they won the national championship.
Shabazz?
No,
No,
Shabazz. Oh yeah, Shabazz Napier. Yeah, but Shabazz Muhammad was
Yeah.
Shabazz Napier. Yeah, he didn't carry him. That team was. Though they didn't have anybody, did they?
Mm-hmm.
They were just.
They had another good. Boatwright was a good guard for them. They started 2-point guards. They were kind of their 1-2 punch. But then the following year, Boatwright was back, and he didn't really do much. I mean, but you hear about guys like that all the time. That
Look
are
at South
really
Carolina
good
last
support players.
year, right?
Mm-hmm.
With their one, who his name was, South Carolina.
Yeah, I know you're talking
Oh fuck! He played out of his ass.
some Centavious. Thornwell.
Thornwell, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cindarius Thornwell. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was stuck.
He just came out of nowhere and they just South Carolina. So.
Yeah, but I mean, for college basketball though, I mean, do you see? We might get into this later in future weeks. Who do you see as the deepest conference in college basketball?
We're not this conference.
This conversation.
I'm gonna say the ACC. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not.
Okay.
The ACC. But like, I also like the Big 12. I like this year. I like the Big 10 this year. I like the Big East.
Yeah, but like the
I feel
Big
like-
Ten's not deep.
No, Big Ten is front loaded for sure. They got
Yeah.
Michigan State, Ohio State, Purdue. Maybe you can talk
Michigan.
about Michigan, but like, I don't see Michigan. I could see those three. I can see Michigan State, Purdue winning a championship, but I don't see anybody else from that conference.
Well,
winning a
Indiana
championship.
is usually pretty good. They're just having it down here. Wisconsin's usually pretty good. Just having it down
Oh,
here.
they're fucking sucking this year.
So I mean,
Love it.
there's
So-
there's
Wisconsin.
6 teams right there that are.
I don't mind
That's half the
Wisconsin.
conference right there that are usually pretty good. And UVi's on the up and coming to be good again.
Yeah, but we're talking about this year, so I mean,
I mean,
at the end of the day, this year they're still not. They're a good conference for sure because they have those top tier teams in the nation, but they're not a great conference this year.
I don't know. I can see, and then from the ACC, I told you. I mean, I can see the top 4 teams in the ACC winning the championship this year. I could see Virginia, Duke, UNC, or Clemson. Clemson's a stretch, but I could still see them doing it. I don't know. I would maybe put Ohio State in the Big Ten mix, but I just think they're so inconsistent. Like, I just don't. I think they're so inconsistent.
I don't know, Christian. You're a big Big Ten fan because you're
You, yeah. You know how I feel about.
What'd
Is
you
that
say?
05? Who I
Yeah.
think the deepest conference is?
Yeah, right now.
ACC.
Mhm.
I mean, I like the Big 12, but I just don't think. I think pound for pound, the ACC is better.
Yeah.
Through and through, I think they are.
I disagree.
And we know.
Yeah, we already had this long.
We had like an hour and a half conversation about it.
Yeah. But
Maybe we'll come out with a NCAA basketball special.
But once March Madness starts, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably have to do a separate episode just for that.
100%.
Like after every week, every 2 days, every round or something.
Mhm.
That's for later.
But anything else there, Nate Welch?
I'll give out a shout out to Carbondale, SIUC's basketball team. When we were down there this weekend. They didn't have a game down there, but they beat Evansville
Yeah.
this past weekend, I think. They're in second in MVC behind Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago beat Florida earlier this year, which is a good win. I don't know. I could see whoever gets out of the NBC. I could see is potential first round upset for who they're facing. Potential of those top teams, of course. I think if Loyola Chicago or SIUC doesn't get in, that seed is going to be like a 15 seed. I'm not going to. I don't see that.
Yeah.
Like if Indiana State would get hot, and I don't see that happening. But yeah, so that's really all I got for college ball. But yeah, so our beers.
Nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I really like mine, the Pacific Apricot Wheat.
Yeah, I had the same one as Butters, but it was good. I mean, it wasn't bad. Not my style, but I mean, I could have it every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. And what do you guys have?
Pacific Apricot Wheat.
I had the Blue Moon Mango Wheat. I really enjoyed it, honestly. Like it was tough for me to just sip on it. I just wanted to drink it. So I don't know. I thought it was good. It'd be good for reminded me of summer shandy, light and cool.
Yeah, because kind of had that sweet taste to it.
Yeah, it did. It smelled like an IPA, which I fucking hate IPAs, but it smelled like an IPA, but it tasted.
It's because you ain't got hair on your balls.
It tastes. I don't have hair on my balls actually. I just shaved the other day, so yeah.
Oh well, I just had the normal Belgian white stuff. I mean, it's
know.
pretty good. Yeah.
Never go wrong
I wish I
with
had a
that.
little slice of orange. Should have cut up cutie. Put half the cutie in there, but
Got cuties.
yeah, we just they bought them today, so
Mhm.
I could have bought. Then it would have been real good.
Shout out Lori Welch.
Always.
Thanks, Mom.
Another shout out Dougie John's Pizza. If anyone's in Findlay, Ohio, I know you'll never be there, but Dougie John's best
Good.
it's good. Yeah.
You gonna bring us all some this weekend?
I can bring you home a pizza. I can bring it home uncooked.
There we go.
We just need does anyone have a stone, a pizza stone?
My dad does.
That's all we need. All right, Harry, you want to give us a blind pointer to the?
Oh, we already
No, we didn't.
we did.
That's a good name.
Yeah, we already did.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Who
did.
is it?
Shout out to Bailey Rhodes.
Bailey Rhodes.
Yeah, shout out Bailey Rhodes.
Anybody have
I
any
think-
idea who she is?
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
who she is.
yeah.
I know who she is.
I think I know her.
Yeah, she's best friends with Haley on the golf team.
Cool. All right, I think that's a wrap, guys.
Sick.
That's it, Harry. That's a